storms are coming. Apparently we're even going to have 2 days of winter here, so we have to get ready, get our plants ready. And one way that we're doing that is by using this wonderful MicroLife Liquid Organics Super Seaweed. And what this does is it strengthens the roots of the plants so that they will better survive a really hard freeze. We're going to kind of take you through step by step a little bit and show how we are preparing our plants for our winter. Step one is use your MicroLife Liquid Organic Super Seaweed in order to strengthen your roots so that they don't get stressed out from the crazy freeze and cold temps we're about to have. Step two, we do our laundry. Just kidding. We're going to take this pop-up laundry hamper and we're going to put it over this young little hydrangea right here. And we are going to do this in order to protect it from the cold. We're on day 2, step 4 of our winter storm prep steps, and we have already covered up our plants here with our laundry basket. Great improvisation, and it's so cold my lips are starting to freeze to my tongue. And our actual pop-up tent meant for covering up plants. And now the final step, step 4, we're going to cover them. And the purpose of this is to keep the cold air from hitting it directly. It doesn't look like it's going to do a whole lot of good, and we're praying that it does, frankly, at this point. But it's going to, and then we're using landscape pins, if I can find mine, to pin them, the sheet down. Okay, I had some landscape pins. Poppy and I have very different pinning methods.
So here we have staked our pots down. The sheet, this is a bed sheet. You can we use binder clips and garden stakes. And basically the purpose of this is to not allow any cold air to go right through, so that the heat from the ground is what maintains the cold air out.
Okay, so one of our main concerns is these hydrangeas, as you know, have been in their second and third spring, even though it's been December and January here. So I'm not worried. Like in where I used to live on the East Coast, this would happen all the time where the hydrangeas would get a cold spell and they would be fine. But since these guys think it's spring, we're worried about that. So one of our prep steps is we're putting a thick layer of mulch on the base of this just to help keep the moisture in and hopefully keep the roots safe. So we're gonna put some mulch down here assuming I still have feeling in my fingers and can feel the mulch. It's a big assumption. Okay. All right. The good news is if I have any splinters, I won't be able to feel them because I can't feel my fingers right now. Guess I haven't lost all feelings in my fingers because I felt that. Okay. All right. Can you drain her?
Yeah.
No, drain her.
Oh, drain her. Yes, I will. Oh, man. We need to put some holes in this.
Yeah.
Do you have a drill?
Drill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inside. Okay. Okay.
I definitely need to do it.
Okay. That is true. Oh, man. That is true. Okay. Let's see.
Should I go get my rake or should I just use my hands?
Nah, at this point, let's. Oh my goodness, all the growth. It's unbelievable.
I know, I'm like, really, really, really. Oh, bad.
It's also a reminder to take off your garden hose to winterize the yard. And here we have a very finicky one. Oh.
Clearly hasn't missed hand.
Is that water off? It is off. I think it's just the pressure that's been built in. Well, oh. Always drain the water out of always drain the water out of the hose before you hard to unhook a hose. Then come back to the hose.
Bobby looks like an Eskimo.
We're not used to the cold down here.
Cold never bothered me anyway.
All right, so once you have detached your hose, make sure the water is off. There's two different ways that you can winterize your faucet. You can get this, it's called a faucet cap, and it has a like a black thing on it. That goes over the spigot part. It just kind of makes sure it holds on, holds on to one of these pieces. And just make sure when you are sealing it that it holds right through. And then you're gently but also tightly leave it in place. Make sure it's gentle. You don't need to do it super, super tight. That will prevent the wind from getting to that area. Then to take it off, it's pretty easy. Okay. There's another thing called a faucet sock. It's an insulated piece of fabric. And this one, either one works. You don't have to have either works. Then we tie it around. Make sure you cover up all the way towards the wall. And there you go. And
we're trying to do these three. Is that the idea?
Yeah, let's do all the way over here.
It's an ancient trick.
Woo! Look at you.
Some people don't miss hand days, and some people don't miss knee days at the gym.
Let me guess. You did not miss knee day.
Never missed a knee day.
Here we have a very innovative idea by me. I'm just kidding. So pop-up blender baskets. They're going to help to hold up the bags, but you're going to laugh at what we're using because we're not using sheets. So you want to go ahead and put this over your plant. Make sure that the leaves are safe. Stick it down. I want to stick it down close to the right here, close to the base. Not far away, but close to the base. And then we're going to do the same process to the next one. Before we do that, get what is this called? A pillowcase. And without strangling the plant. That is true. Clearly, I can. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. This is a two-woman job. It's like when you're changing a diaper for a toddler. All right, there we go. Cover it up. Make sure that I have this. Make sure you have the hamper, and then you're going to stake down for extra protection the pillowcase. The purpose for this is to allow the warmth of the dirt and the heat of the ground to stay by the root of the plant. So we're trying to save this plant as much as possible. So try not to have any air that flows right through from underneath. And here we go. All right. Okay, so this one's a little bit more, she's more widespread. So I'm trying to be gentle, as gentle as possible, and cover as much as possible. Because remember, we know that there's a big chance we lose the top portion of the plant, but we're really trying to preserve as much of the roots, the root base, as possible. And that's what really matters. All right, we need to winterize our sprinkler system. Down in the south, a lot of times it's right outside. It is not underground, but it is above ground. So you want to make sure a couple of things. This is our city water. This is where we're getting water from the city into the pipe. When this lever is perpendicular or runs along the pipe, that means water's coming through. When it is horizontal, it is closed. Another way to make sure, double check that it is closed, is this bottom screw you see here. You want to make sure that it is facing the outward direction. That means that water would be spilling out if this pipe was open. So it is closed, and that's one way to double check. Next thing you do is you want to protect it from any type of environment, especially wetness, because wetness will then freeze above, especially we're expecting very freezing temperatures. And because we lost our bag, can't find it, we're going to improvise. So get a pool towel, something, just want to get any type of towel that's pretty heavy duty, wrap it around. Want to make sure the pipe is already insulated, but you want to double insulate it because these things burst and it is expensive to replace them. Okay, we want to gather it here. Handy dandy binder clip. Hold it together. Okay. And thank you, Trader Joe's. We are using a Trader Joe's insulated bag. You can use any type of bag that provides a little bit of insulation, or if you don't have any, don't worry about it because you can bypass this step and go to the next. But here, gently go over, pull it down. Okay, now it's covered up here. And to protect it from the outside environment, such as water, we're going to wrap it in a contractor bag. It is very, very important that you do not just wrap this in plastic. Plastic does not provide insulation. Plastic will only just make sure it doesn't get wet. And more than likely, your pipe will burst. So make sure you follow these steps before you put plastic. Okay. Pull it all the way to the ground. Remember, we're trying to use as much of the natural heat that originally comes up from the ground to help us insulate, and then stake it. If you don't have a stake, it's okay. Just grab whatever you have at home, a twisty tie, whatever. Just want to make sure that it's not going to blow off when the wind starts to blow. All right, and here you have an insulated sprinkler head.